Hi guys, Dorothy here, Professional Astrologer. Today I'm going to talk about the new moon in Aries, which is on April 5th, and the whole week of April 1st all the way to the 7th. So we have a lot to talk about. There are some nebulous things going on, some things that make things feel really unclear, hard to see the facts about much of anything right now. But that new moon in Aries is going to help us out in a big way. So I'm going to fill you in on that and much more. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, guys, thank you. Welcome back. And remember, you can read this forecast on my website, nhastrologer.com, and you can read more there. Sometimes I say more here. Who knows? Both sources are good information, and you'll get additional information in each area. So make sure you watch the video to the end and read the forecast. Join my email list and I'll let you know when that's up if you want to make it easy on yourself. Okay, that's enough for commercials. Let's get started. Let's go to April 1st. Now I want you to recognize, I want you to understand, I'm going to group together Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because there's so much Pisces stuff going on. Individually, there's no point because I'm just going to keep repeating myself. So know that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April is all of this. The moon is in the sign of Pisces all of those days. While it is in the sign of Pisces, it is very sensitive, very compassionate, it's understanding, but it's overly sensitive for a lot of people. So if you are somebody who is sensitive to the public, to crowds, then just know that it will be amplified an awful lot in these few days. Not awful bad, but if it's too much for you, just limit your time out in public. Now, for the other people, it's a period of escapism where we can't handle things at all, and we just, we seclude ourselves at home. Some people will overuse drugs and alcohol during a period like this. Not everybody, just people who that's their choice. But a lot of people can really get into a lot of sleeping, into dream. So if you're feeling any of these things, and maybe all of them, but if you're feeling any of these things, know that this is the moon in the sign of Pisces, in addition to Mercury in a conjunction to Neptune in Pisces, Venus also in Pisces. So we have a lot of energy here. So we're really feeling like we just need to melt into what we're doing. Put a comma there. We're going to be overly sensitive to our environment. All right. So manage that in the way you know it's good for you. And we could really dive deep into our own spirituality, our own meditations, into dream work. And again, a lot of people will feel like they just need to nap a lot. And that's okay too. That's what these energies are all about. Now, Mercury, he is not retrograde anymore, but he is in a position out in the solar system where he is hardly moved at all since he went direct. All right. So what I want you to recognize is between now and especially the new moon on April 5th, he is still not moving very far, which means take notes, trust your intuition, write stuff down that you get inspired by, trust your dreams, write all these things down, but there is no point for action. We're in the balsamic lunar phase. We are in a full-on fog of Neptune with all of the things I just mentioned. There's more, but I'm not going to glaze you over with astrology because this is as plain as I can get, I hope. And so I want you to recognize that, and even into Thursday, we have these energies present. So allow yourself to go with the flow as best as you can, all right? Because I should talk about Thursday. Thursday does not have the moon in Pisces. By Thursday, the moon is now in the sign of Aries. So the moon moved into Aries Wednesday night at 10:56 p.m. East Coast time. So getting ready for the new moon. But the moon in Aries wants us to take action. He's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. But we are still in that lunar phase that is called the balsamic lunar phase, which is a period of introspection. So we're already going to be feeling like, wow, I've just wasted days or I've wasted weeks, haven't been able to do much, and we're going to feel motivated. This is what Thursday is all about. So start talking, start writing. We don't have to take action yet. The moon is as dark as she can get right now, but in the sign of Aries, we feel motivated. In a sextile to Mars on Thursday, Mars in Gemini, there's a lot of talking going on. It's like if you had a drag race or a stoplight, whatever, and somebody's burning rubber, their tires are spinning and they're ready. They're just getting the tires all hot because they really want to like shoot off. As soon as the light goes green, they want to go really fast. It's like thinking of drag racing here. I used to watch that in my younger years. But it's like that. This is what Thursday can feel like. We have a lot of movement and a lot of momentum, but we can't go anywhere yet. And that's that lunar phase that we're in because we're not quite into the new moon. We're going to feel like that on Thursday. So do all your prep. Do all your prep work. Whatever you're feeling inspired to prep, do it. All right, good. So let's move on. Friday, the new moon at 15 degrees of Aries, and it is at 4:50 a.m. East Coast time. So that's when we say go. Now, new moon just means that I've dug a hole and I've put a seed in there and I've put the dirt over it. So we might not be able to take action immediately, but we're still going to feel like it because of everything I just said, right? We are ready to go. We are ready to initiate things. This new moon is in a square. It's at the middle point between the lunar nodes, which are those eclipse points, which are the collective life path right now. So we're learning to care for ourselves. We're learning to step away from fear. We're learning to look at what our security is. So this new moon in Aries is all about, what do I need? What do I need to feel secure? That's the square to Saturn, Pluto, South Node, and the other square to the Cancer North Node. How do I nurture myself? How do I take care of myself? There's a lot of I here. We need to really stop, look at what we need to do. We need to take care of ourselves first. We don't have to be jerks and be so super selfish that we're mean to other people. But I'm just saying, because that's a really negative way to use this, and some people will. But it's super important that we remember how to take care of ourselves and ask ourselves that question, what do I need? What do I need to feel secure? What do I need for my own caring and nurturing, right? And then once we feed ourselves, we help our families and our friends, because we can't, like you've heard this before, it's very spiritual, but you can't help others until you are in a place of fullness and completeness yourself. So important. This is what this new moon is about. It's about self-serving and taking care of you and what it is that you need to feel secure and safe, because certain things are breaking down now. And if things are breaking down for you, then that means those things aren't part of what your future needs to be, but pieces of it will be. So that's as specific as I can get, because again, where this is going on in our own personal charts is, well, that's my job. So if you need to know where that is, you just let me know. We'll have a conversation. All right. That is that new moon in Aries on Friday the 5th. So let's move on to Saturday the 6th. We have the moon that enters the sign of Taurus at 9 a.m., a little after 9 a.m. East Coast time. And then a little around noon, she makes her first conjunction, and that is a connection to Uranus in Taurus. Moon in Taurus, she loves this sign. She's very earthy. It's very grounded. Taurus is very fixed. It's a fixed earth sign. So we settle down. We settle down because since we had that new moon in Aries, things could have got stirred up an awful lot. But now we can start to anchor in some of the things that we feel we need, that we feel are valuable to us. Again, the specifics depend on where this is going on in your astrology chart, but the overall energy means we are looking to be very planted and very grounded this weekend with that moon in Taurus and the aspects she's making all weekend on Saturday and into Sunday. It's a lot of communication going on. There's a lot of, the real literal piece of this is like get out into your yard and clean up the yard. Plant new things, whether you want to put some spring bulbs in. Here in New England, it's still pretty chilly this time of year. So all of the cold weather plants can be planted now at this new moon, and you're able to start getting a crop, because it's going to take about 6 weeks before we can even have a crop, 6 to 8 weeks. So this is an opportunity to do that. Really, literally, get out into the garden, clean it up, plant your cold weather crops, put the seeds in. This is what we do at new moons, and especially with that new moon it was in Aries, but it's still in the lunar phase. That's a new moon in the sign of Taurus, making all the connections she's making all this weekend. We're going to do the things that we love. We're going to do the things that we value. We're going to plant new seeds, and we're going to get some things moving. So we're halfway through Aries, so it's really time to start initiating projects now, because the Pisces stuff is starting to dissipate a little bit. I want you to focus in on what you love, what you value, and what you want to plant your seeds for, or plant new seeds, new ideas. Just write stuff down. Get that vision board out, or whatever you want to do that is your way of setting new goals. All right? So I'm going to leave you with that. That's enough for now. Website, nhastrologer.com. Join my email list. Once a month, I pick a person to win a free 15-minute session from the new people who subscribe to my newsletter. I'm not a massive marketer. I personally write these emails and send them out once a week, and that is it. All right? Don't have to worry about the overdoing it. That's not me. All right, guys, thank you very much. Please comment, like, share, and thank you for the additional subscribers who came on board last week. I appreciate you guys, and blessings. Namaste.